Good morning, everybody. Today is 102, day 102 on the AT. Big T on the AT 26. And I'm leaving the Spruce Peak Shelter. Pretty neat shelter. It's an enclosed shelter with a sliding door on the front of it. You can close the door. It was nice in there last night. The temperature was a little warmer with it closed like that. It's got glass windows on it. There were kind of shocking. There were 3 high school girls doing a little section of the long trail, and Storm was in there with me, and then the other section hiker that was one of the section hikers that was at the Wicked Way Station was here too. I didn't even know it till this morning. He came walking up out of the woods. He'd camped. He got there early and set his tent up and went to bed early. Never knew he was there. I'll put his name on here. I can't remember off the top of my head his trail name, but slept pretty good. Not great, but good. I still want one of those nights on trail where I wake up and I'm refreshed. I'm sleeping really good, but last night was not it. But I did sleep. But I didn't film any after I got in there because there was so many people. I cooked supper and went to bed probably 8:30 or so. I didn't get there till 7, almost 7. It's pretty today. It's cool. It's not hot. And I had my puppy on. Right before I started, I pulled it off, and I'm cool. I'm sure it's going to warm up today. It's just that time of year where it's going to be cool in the mornings and then warm up a lot during the day. But I don't see hardly any clouds. A little bit of high clouds, but not much. And I'm over on the side of the mountain where I can't see the sun too coming up yet. It's about 6:30, I would say. Gonna be a good day. I think I'm gonna go to Lost Pond Shelter, which is more than 17, less than 18. Trying not to push my body too much. See how I feel. I felt good coming on into this shelter yesterday. It was about 16 coming into here. But yesterday was under 3,000 ascent, so it's going to be hard to get under 3,000 from here on any day that you do 16 miles. I just happened to be in a spot where I could. And starting at 11:30 in the morning, I kind of wanted to go ahead and try to keep up my average. All right, let's see what we got today. I'll sure show it to you. It's gonna be a good day of hiking. Spruce Peak. That's the Spruce Peak. Looks like a big rock climb to me. I don't see a whole lot of spruces. There that sunshine is. Beautiful morning. Wow. What a change a couple of days makes. I just thought my most miserable day was in the heat, and I never dreamed that I would have been cold miserable more than I was a hot miserable. And, 2 days ago, that I couldn't stop in that wind and rain, or I would have gotten hypothermic. There's no doubt. Soaking wet. My rain suit did its job as best it could, and just my hands were exposed the whole time. And I just had to keep going. I couldn't pull my phone out and film. What little I did, I just toughed it out, put the phone back up, and kept going. And by the end of the day, I definitely was declared the most miserable day for me so far. But that's okay. I can deal with it. Should have zeroed, but I got 20 miles, 20.6, I believe. Well, that was the only positive out of that. And well, there was another positive. I got to see Prepper, I got to meet Prepper, and got to see Storm again. And now we're hiking along together. And Storm was my very first night on trails. I met Storm, and got to meet Lost Sloth, who is an incredible trail angel and who also is a hiker. I referred to him as a trail angel, but he's also attempted through hikes, and he's had to get off trail because of a rare illness. He's a neat guy, really neat guy. If you're up in Vermont and you have a chance to get a ride from Lost Sloth, he'd be a great guy to meet and get to know. He's retired, moved up here just to be close to the AT and to help people and to hike. So, neat guy. And I got to meet the other guys too. Fast Pack, I believe. And I'll get you the name of the other section hiker that's really nice too. It was a great group of people to be around, and I just popped into that hostel, and there they are. And, it's kind of like I always say, you take the good with the bad. Well, that was the good with all that bad I had that day. It's just pretty neat. And got my clothes washed and dried. Got a hot shower. That was the first thing I did, was get in that shower and turn that water as hot as I could stand it, and stayed in there and thawed my hands out. Nothing like that feeling once you getting that cold off of you. Your route 11 and 30 here. It's a busy highway, but I got a break right through here. Thank goodness. Pretty crazy right there. That's a busy highway. Narrow bridge with mud all over it. It's an I-beam, steel I-beam. Power line. One of the non-buzzing types. All right, I need some prayer again. My fellow thru hiker Elf and good friend, not just a fellow thru hiker, but a good friend, he's got the norovirus. It's so contagious, easily to get. He's at Father Tom's campsite and hanging out there in his tent, hanging out. No pun intended there. Waiting. And he's got a convenience store where he can get Gatorade and light food, and just, there's also porta potty there. It's in really good shape. Pray for Elf. Dang it. I'm sorry, I just hate it for him because he's such a strong hiker and he's there sticking together. The trammel he is. They've been together. The four of them have been together a long way since Tennessee. So pray for him. He weighs 140 pounds, so he does not need this. He's a very strong hiker. Not worried about him at all, but I just hate it because it's going to slow him down, stop him. All right, Elf, we're praying for you. Lord, heal this boy. Give him strength. Help him get well quickly. The trail does not go through there. Thought it did. It's this way. Oh, Elf, he said something else. He just texted me and he said, it's still a wonderful day. He has always got a positive attitude. Always. In the middle of the misery. Very positive. He keeps them going with his positive thoughts and attitude. Way to go, Elf. Bromley Brook. The Bromley Mountains. My climb today. That's pretty. I just did something you never want to do. I just climbed a ski slope. Thank goodness it doesn't have snow on it and I'm not carrying skis. Bromley Mountain. Look at that observation deck. Wow. Those two chairs. I stayed in that ski hut in 23. It was cold up here. I got up the next morning, the whole mountain's covered in fog. But the ski hut was wonderful. Push over. It's a blue. I think I'll check out the ski hut, see if there's a registry in there. This is the ski hut. And I remember I slept right there on the floor. It wasn't long enough for me to sleep there. There was a bunch of people in here, all on these benches, sleeping. And it's got heat. It was wonderful up here that night. That was in 1st of June, around probably 5th, 6th, or 7th of June. All right, I gotta climb this observation deck. Wow. There's a ski area over there. That mountain's taller than this one. Beautiful, beautiful. As far as you can see in every direction. Wow. I think that's the direction I'm going. All right, here we go. Off the top. Down so I can climb another one. Styles Peak. Little view there. Pretty tough climb to come up Styles Peak. Just FYI. It wasn't actually Bromley seemed to be a little easier than Styles. It was longer and you had to get on that ski slope to get up, but Styles is all trail and it was difficult in some places. It may be just where I am in the day makes a difference. Not early morning anymore. I don't know. I don't think this video is going to do this justice, but that is very steep up and terrible terrain for your feet or your footing. It's roots. Oh man, it's almost straight up. Not straight up, but it's steep. All right, it's 12 o'clock. I got over 11 miles. So I'm happy about that. It's a good start to a day. When you hit the noon time and you've got over 10, especially in this environment. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it anymore. I guess it just depends on how early you get up, huh? I wasn't that extreme early this morning, but yeah, I just hadn't taken any breaks. I'm planning to stop at the Spruce Peak Shelter and cook lunch though, so it'll be a long break. This is Griffith Lake. That's a big one. Hard to call that a garter. Not sure what he is. I wish he'd go on though. I don't want to mess with you and you don't want to mess with me. Go on. Go on. I don't want to make you mad. Now he's going to start curling up. Go on. Go on. I don't think you're poisonous, but I don't know for sure. First snake I've seen in a while. He's watching me and he started curling a little bit when I started messing with the limb. He don't know what to do. See if I back up, see if he'll go on. Nope, he's just gonna keep watching me. He was right here in the trail. I don't know what kind of snake that was. Vermont snake. He had a lot of yellow on him. I made him mad. I threw a stick at him and made him mad, but he finally went on out of the trail. Well, I'm far enough away anyway that I can get by without getting bit. Look pretty harmless to me. This is called Big Branch. And thought I would stop back about a mile, 1.8 back at the Lost Pond Shelter, but I decided to go on. It's just 4 o'clock now. It's gonna put me right at 19 miles for the day, but it's not as good a spot here, I don't think. There's supposed to be some tinning right in here, but I don't see any tinning, do you? Right before you cross this suspension bridge, maybe up here. And then the shelter is an old shelter. Whew. Don't want to slide down there. I don't see any place to tent here. There were a couple of spots back a little ways. Maybe. Probably not for my mansion that I carry in my pack. It's a nice bridge. Get on this side of the bridge where there's some tinning. Ooh, that thing's shaking. I'm not shaking it. It's shaking me. Yeah, there's some down in there. I want to come back. I'm going to check the shelter out. If I want to come back, I could get in there probably and something like that. I think. Big old cable. And the trail just continues on along the Big Branch. Shelter should be right up here. After I go through an obstacle, looks like I'm gonna have to get in the mud. All right. Been doing my best to keep my feet dry today, and dodging water puddles and mud. All right, there's Big Branch Shelter. Not a lot of options here. I can't keep going though. It's nice to be on this river, creek. No table, just that log.